1600 to do. Right, process of the exercise 3.1. So yeah. Done. Not done. Don't want to do. Yeah, done. Not a good day in any way. Oh, stream started. Cool. Hi everyone, and welcome to tonight's stream. It's a little bit different. I'm going to be just sorting out courseworky stuff. I'm going to be honest and frank with you. I'm not in a good place right now. Basically, my cat's Ginger died yesterday. He's had symptoms of kind of heart stroke problems in the morning. He was drooling, lethargic, high temperature, and they got him down to the vets, and the vets tried to slow his heart rate down and try and get scanned, see what's going on. And then about midday, my parents got called down to the veterinary practice and had to say goodbye. He was put down. So I had to go to work. Well, I was at work when he was put down, and I was getting text messages during my lunch break saying kind of, he's not well, this isn't looking good, and then the final one saying he's had to be put down. So I had one hell of a bad day at work yesterday, trying not to cry, because I had that cat since he turned up on our doorstep around 2006, and we took care of him, fixed him up because he was near dead when he came and turned up in the garden, and we got him healthy. He vanished again, he came back, then we brought him on our little journey down south. He came with us, and he's had over 5 years retirement, and yeah, so I'm absolutely devastated. And the house ain't the same without little Ginger thing following you around and meowing at you and trying to steal food off of our other cat Bilbo. The house is empty. So yeah, I've been struggling. I'm in my work, where I work, I'm customer facing, so I can't just put a phone down and walk into a bathroom and blood my eyes out. I have to keep control all times. So the minute I finished my shift yesterday, I literally got in the car and I think we cried for about half an hour. But yeah, so my head is not in a good place, but I've got to get coursework done. So that's what I'm doing. Boring coursework. I need some paper. Depends what I can find. Probably not one I want. Never is. Yeah, well, you know, paper is not where it should be. Perfect. Right, what colour is this? Toned grey. Perfect. That's what I want. Grey paper. So, one of my previous exercises, I had to do this 3-dimensional drawing, which in all honesty, I didn't understand what the dickens I was doing, and didn't enjoy it. I haven't been honest. And now I've got to draw the 3-dimensional drawing. So I'm just grabbing my 3-dimensional drawing. Squeeze, wiggle, try not to impale myself on all antlers. Whoop. Let's hit that light. So it's a bit more light today. So yeah, so this is my 3-dimensional drawing. Woohoo! It's technically 3D. I followed the instructions, just not very good. So I've got to look at that apparently and draw it. Woohoo! Oh jeez, don't do that. No. Sit here, stay. So suggested charcoal. I know I'd like to stick some charcoal. So what have we got? So I've got some Daler Morelli Willow charcoal. Now I've got a chunky stick, which is proper chunky, and tastes quite nice. Yes, I do chew the odd bit of charcoal now and then. Mind you, I used to love eating chalk. I need to get my other piece of charcoal. Where is it? That's technically charcoal. Where are my sticks? Come on. And I've got willow charcoal, which is the short sticks, and then I've got tinted charcoal. Now it says charcoal on the tin, so it's got to be charcoal. So I'm going to use, I really want to chew this. Well, we're not going to use the chewy stick. No, I'm chewing that later. I have some odd habits now and then, especially when I'm fed up. Yeah, it doesn't smell right. I think. Ah, that smells better. Right, and that smells better. Right. Some charcoals have a very distinctive smell, and it can give you an idea of if the charcoal is going to be brittle or not. Mind you, also by texture. And a lot of people don't like charcoal because it's messy, and that's what I actually want today. I'm not going to mess around. So, I'm going to use a chunky stick. So I've got 3 types here, so, well, 3 shapes. So I'm going to do a trick that I learnt from another artist. I think he pronounces his name Aaron Blaise. He's a Disney animator. And I love this technique when I saw him doing a gorilla in it. There's a lump in my paper, dear Liza, dear Liza. Hopefully this will work. I've got my putty rubber. So for this I'm going to use the charcoal and the putty rubber. That's literally it. Hey, don't you dare fall down. I'm not in the mood today. Different charcoals have different darkness. So you can get mid, dark and light types of charcoal. Oh, this one's more of a mid-tone. Yeah, sorry about the noise. I'm going to layer this up. So I'm hoping to do 3 drawings. One where I use the eraser to pick out the highlights. The second will be probably on white paper where I just draw it normally. And then the third I want to do reversed. So whatever's dark on here will be light on the paper, and then whatever's light on here will be dark on the paper. So completely reversing the monochromeness. Right, starting to smudge. I'm going to use my fingers to see if that'll work. Old sponge, let's see. Yeah, that'll work. I'm just gently getting a matte layer there. And I've also got my battery powered eraser. So that might come in handy. So I hope this one's going to be big enough. This should be a little bit darker. Yeah. Anything with the thinner sticks is you've got to handle them a bit more gently because they break. A lot of them do break really quickly. Ooh, squeak. Sorry. Fingernails down the blackboard. That's going to be a nice flat sharp edge. Right, so that's where I'm going to start. So now I need to add in the detail. So using a slightly sharper edge. It's funny when you lose a pet, they're not really pets. It's part of your family, especially. I mean, for me, I've had cats all my life, and we think. Well, we never really knew how old Ginger was when we got him, but we knew he was older than we thought. We just didn't know kind of how old. And one of the vets yesterday said he thought that Ginger was a lot older than even the vet records guessed at. So the final guess for Ginger was that he was about between 18 and 20 years old, which is pretty darn good for a cat. And he had a heart murmur, and so in a sense he'd done excessively well. And when he first came to us, he collapsed in the snow and was literally at death's door. And we took him in, warmed him up, got him fed, got him down to the vets for treatment, and it just seems weird not having him here. So you give all your love to them and then they go. We won't be replacing him as such because we still have Bilbo, but when Bilbo goes, my parents have agreed that we can take on another cat. But every cat is different, so you never quite know who's going to come to the door next. You want new adventures, it'll be around the corner. But it does, the house just feels so empty. No more being yelled hello at 3 in the morning. Now for the eraser. I'm going to need a bigger one. So I'm literally just concentrating on the brightest areas. And I can clean it up and pick out certain bits in a minute. This paper acts quite differently to other papers that I've used for charcoal. Someone's dropped a knife downstairs. That's the eraser. I've gone with the grey paper on this because I just want that, because the image is grey, I want to carry that through. And now to darken it up a little bit. I picked out a lot of that charcoal that I originally put down. By using the putty rubber, I've also created a little bit of texture. I think I'm trying not to get finger marks over here. I need to refine this quite a bit. That's where smaller pieces come in. And I know I really should have a piece of tracing paper under my hand, but what the hey. supposed to laugh is when I dust this off, there's going to be charcoal going absolutely everywhere. There'll be black spots all over my floor. But at least I should be able to wash them off. Oh yeah, squeaky medium. This effect definitely works better when drawing animals than it does with just objects. And I want to erase a little bit along here. Nice thing about putty rubbers, you can mould them to the shape that you want. Just going to change the angle here. Not quite 100% with that angle. It's too flat. That's a bit better. I'm going to smudge that bit out because there's a bit of cast shadow there. And there's a little bit of cast shadow here. Some refining, and I'm going to use the charcoal pencils for this, I reckon. Charcoal pencils do tend to be a bit darker, but you still need to be quite gentle with them. A bit grittier than just the normal charcoal. That just means I can be a bit more refined in areas. The funny thing is, when I spray this with fixative, it's going to change the image. So I'll probably have to go over a couple of times just to get the tonal range that I want. keep that line quite light. It's much more gritty, texture-wise. And let's pull out just a couple of these highlights. I'll just soften off that side. Right, and that'll do for that one. Right, that's one. That's the side for spraying. Let's bring the camera up a little bit and across. Right, next, let's see, I need to make wallpaper, don't we? Surrounded by paper, but nothing I can actually use. Actually, I know. I think I know. Okay. Stubborn paper. Canvas paper. Right, let's be experimental. Let's not leave the paper drawing too much on this. Right, so same process again. This time I'm going to do it in reverse. So what's black is white and what's white is black. And my brain's just got to actually catch up with this. So this piece is white, this piece is black. White, 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 and black. And white. Right. This is going to take a few minutes to colour in, isn't it? Oh, and there's a actually easy to, because it's a large area. This is a cheap canvas paper, so hopefully it should take at least a couple of layers. But we're going to expand that a little bit more. Just try and get as much coverage on there. Right, so what's white is black and what's black is white. So that will be there, 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 here, and one here. And then that bit's got to be white. So again, I can refine this down. So this time where I put my darkest colour, it's going to be where the lightest area is. Burning up the charcoal, this is. Where's that sponge? You just see a lot of dust coming up. I'll try and blend that in a bit. First time doing charcoal on canvas, so this is quite interesting. Just quite smooth. My light sources here. I can do this part of the baubles. And just smudge that out slightly to indicate that's the lightest side. Clean that up a bit. Tap. That. So that's doing the drawing in the reverse light. Once again, quick and easy. And then another one. I'm glad in a sense my model is simple shapes. I need some more paper. I'm not using posh paper. I'm so not using posh paper. I've got some cheapy paper around it somewhere. Oh, that feels cheap. Oops, that's not cheap. I'm not wasting bond paper. Oh, well, hey, Bristol board. It's not cheap, but it's closest to hand. Right. So this is going to be a black and white on white, and this time I'm going to use more of the charcoal pencil. My other two drawings are very loose, so now it's time to tighten it up. Oh dear, but of course Sharper pencils don't like to be sharpened. So actually, and this is the reason I have so many sharpeners. These are Derwent, so I'm not expecting the best quality. I'm certainly not gonna. Right, now for the refined drawing. So. Right, so that's my refined sketch. No, just kidding. Right. Just want to try and get a little bit sharper. Right, here we go with the more detailed drawing. And this time I'm going to use hatching marks, hopefully, to indicate the different areas. So I'm just mapping out where I want what. Sharpen. It's going to be a nightmare, this is. So I wonder if I do. So I'm taking a tiny piece of wood off at a time, just to see if I can get enough of the charcoal to come through. You can see a little bit of transfer charcoal, but I'm happy with that. Yeah, it's texture. And my teacher hasn't been happy that I've not been using enough strokes and mark making things like hatching and that sort of thing. Don't think they like me anyway on this bit, of course. This sort of coursework I just find so mundane, so boring. There's nothing thrilling about it. It's nothing interesting or engaging. It's just boring. And so I struggle to get any motivation towards it whatsoever. Once these are done, I'll take them out, spray them, and then just rework the tonal areas. I don't like doing it with pencils. I'm going through like every single sharpener just trying to take the wood off. Oh, that's a bit better. Oh, good old German sharpener. So this bit. Let's see. Thank you. Every time I look up, I kind of look out in the garden and I'm like, where's Ginger? He should be sat on the path glaring at the squirrels right now, and he's not there. Jeez. Losing a member of your family is hard. And that cat was a member of my family. But we're having him cremated and hoping to pick up the ashes in the next couple of days. And then what we'll do is, there's this bit where he always used to sit and watch the squirrels and watch the mice and everybody else who turned up. And there's a slab there, of just a paving slab. So what I'm going to do is get my dad to lift the slab and I'll tunnel underneath it. And then we'll place his ashes under there because it's one of his favourite places. And that way he'll be kind of laid to rest in the place that he most enjoyed. Using opposite hatching to indicate concentrate shade here and here. I just need to put a bit more refinement into the bubbles. Right, I'm going to turn this upside down. So don't worry, your eyes aren't going squiffy, it's me. Always helps sometimes to turn your drawing upside down and look at it from a fresh perspective. Turn that back round. Itchy ankle. Now I'm just going to pull a little bit of that off with the putty rubber. Constantly massaging the putty rubber to keep it nice and clean. If I really want to. Just add a little bit of a texture there. Moulding that into a little bit of an edge. Very sticky one, this one. Much more like blue tack. So I think that'll do for the third drawing. So there we go. So that's 3 pieces of coursework in under an hour. So now what I'll do is I'll spray them and probably rework a couple of areas, just pick up a couple of dark areas and a couple of light areas, and just add in a little bit more tonal detail here and there. So I hope that's given you an idea of, even though I'm depressed, fed up, annoyed, upset, I'm trying to keep my emotions in check and keep on going. During your art journeys and your creative journeys, you will hit brick walls. Don't let them stop you. It's hard. I kid you not, it's so hard to keep on going when you're feeling like it's just life's not fair. But you've got to keep on going because your journey isn't yet finished. I mean, for me, I'm going to go and draw some normal everyday stuff like my horses and things like that. I'll go and do a little bit of that. But I can't neglect my coursework, and I've got to, tonight I'll write up what I've done here, and then I'll go back, reflect and write up some more tomorrow. But yeah, don't let things form brick walls and then feel that you can't keep on going. You got to keep on going. So I know I am going off. Where am I going? I'm going off to type up all my findings. So till next time, all the best. Take care, everyone. Love to you all, and happy drawing.